Hey guys, I am Dirk, and in today's video I'm going to show you guys how you can get visual response from your player. Now, what is visual response? So, visual response is basically the response that you get from an event that is visual. For example, it's animations right here. As you can see my cursor, that's the animation. There's many other types, but my favorite type is post-processing. For example, if I take this block effect, which is basically blocking like a shield, as you can see my screen completely differs. You can see a blue rectangle around my screen. I become very slow. And I also have this effect that whenever I'm going up, it feels like I'm actually going to explode. There's this effect that stretches out those. So yeah, I'm going to show you guys how you can basically do the same thing, except with a key. For example, if you press the up arrow, this happens. And after 3 seconds, if I press and I just leave, automatically go away like this. I'm going to show you guys how you can do this completely, and it's actually very easy to do, not that hard. And so first thing is set up. So now for the setup, what you want to do is go into window, and because this is a Bolt tutorial, you need to have Bolt installed. So if you don't have it, just go into Package Manager, then go into the video description, click on Add to My Assets, and go back here and refresh, and you should see Bolt. Just press on Import and it should be there. Now right here in our game, just create a empty game object. For example, right here, if I press Game Manager, just create an empty object. Name it something like something. I'm just going to test pro. So step 1. Now press on Add Component and type in volume. And now after this, go into press New. But because I already made a good profile, I'm just going to use the same one. As you can see here, now in order to prevent your eyes to die, just disable the object for default, which is also needed. So now what we are going to do is modify the object, modify it as much as you want. It's really up to you how you want to modify. So yeah, I'm not forcing you to modify it some other way, like some kind of other way. I'm not forcing you to modify it like that. It's just up to you. So I'm just going to modify it a little bit like the way I like it. Just make it like that. You can also make it like that, but I'm going to make it for fun. It's everything, it's just fun. So anyways, what you want to do is create another game object, not this, create another one. For I'm going to use my input manager. And now what you're going to do is press on edit graph, and it will, if you don't see an edit graph option, just press on edit component, press on Bolt, and there should be a flow machine. And after you press on flow machine, what it's going to do is going to show you something like this. And about here, press what you have to do, press new, but because I'm going to use a simple one, I'm going to use the default one I was using before. And now this edit graph is open. Let's look and move this to that side, which is more. So now I'm going to remove this group, which is the group which is all the code in there. But I want to show you guys a step-by-step guide. Now first we need to make a logic for it to do something. For example, so we are going to make a logic. So first we want an event, because without an event we can't trigger it through another means. So just press on right click, events, all the way down, custom event, not trigger custom event, simple custom event, and name it something like something. So I'm just going to name it post. Name it post, and take it here and make it a game object. Active. When the game object active, and this should be here already set active. Now we can't just press OK tick and do it. It's not like that simple. As you saw, we need a variable, so we should take the variable, press on option and press a new variable. I'm just going to name it test var. Now click on plus and change it to a game object. And now choose the game object. So what I'm going to do for its game object, it's going to be test pro, which is the game object. But what you can do better is, instead of going through all of these which don't show, just take this and drag it right there. It's going to be in the variables option. For all of our side, let's go back in here. Now drag this variable, put it right over here and connect it to this. What it's going to be is going to change it, change the value tick, and now we have the basic logic complete. Now press here, press on add unit, and at this time what we're going to add is a on keyboard put right here. Now choose the key. For this time, I'm going to choose a key, aka I'm just going to use the pivotal thing. So let's use some keys. Let's just use the up arrow for now because I can't find any other key. Good. So yeah. Now make sure it's down and take this arrow, hold it, and move it and leave it. Now press on events, trigger custom event, and now add the name you choose for the custom event. So now it's post this. Now it's going to be working, but it's not the same logic you saw before because there are still things you need to do for it to work properly. And by properly, I do mean properly. And as you can see, this is our default code. Now I did mess up a little bit. I'm just going to change the scale back to 1. Yeah, now it's a little bit better. Now if I press on up arrow, as you can see, this happens, but the only problem is after I do this, even if I keep on pressing the up arrow, which makes me go down, it still does not remove this effect, aka I'm stuck with this effect for now. This means I'm stuck with the effect, and if I even scale it to 5, it looks so weird. So now I'm stuck with this effect, but we don't want the players to be just pressing a certain key and just getting stuck. That's not ideal. So what I'm going to do, if I press retry, even after pressing that, this goes to normal. If I press T again, yeah. So it's not a good job. It's not a good thing to do. So what we are going to do, it's easy. What we can do is 2 ways. Make a key which basically create another, like what we can do is take this, duplicate the entire thing, then make post to 1, make the value that, then copy this thing, just copy this, duplicate it, now go down, now change it to post 1, and yeah. So guys, now as you can see, we're back. So in post 1, so we can basically do this, and this is not going to be bad. This is actually like what we can do. This is a working method. But then there's the problem of the player not noticing it, because how come can the player know that he knows that pressing another certain key, like if I press another option, or here I'm just going to change it to another option. Like if we go all the way down below, for here it's a up arrow. If we completely go in here, it's an up arrow, turn that to a down arrow, and that means right now if I press this happens. If I press the down arrow, it gets removed. But with what certainty you will know that the player will know pressing the up key will trigger this effect and pressing the down key will disable this effect. You don't know any kind of like things for this. So I'm giving you an extra lesson, extra kind of teaching, extra kind of problem solving. Basically, if you go here, just open the graph. Instead of doing this, what you can do is something more exciting, which is coroutines. Basically, this allows you to use the wait command. So basically, go into the argument and you should see a coordinate option. Just press on it, and now it's a coroutine. Basically allows you to use a wait command. So for example, it's like this. Now set game object. I can just choose, make this arrow go there. Now I can wait, and now wait for seconds and take the delay to something like 2. And now what we can do is close this, and now if we play the game, now what will happen now is that whenever we press the up key, after 2 seconds of that, it will return back to the same option. For example, if I press the arrow key, this happens, and 2 seconds later it gets removed. So yeah, that's a very easy solution. But if it does not work, here's are some tips on how to fix it if it's not working. So basically, we go back in here, we see the value to be checked, and after this wait command, just copy this, duplicate both of these, and now what should we do? Just do this, check it to be on, and just change that to self, and boom, easy as pie. This is not even that much of big of code, and we compare, this is not a big code comparing to code like this. This is just one thing, and this is one thing. So this code is really small, but it's really effective. So now the reason why it was previously not working is because you are not setting it to actually do something. It just waits 2 seconds and done. It's not doing anything after 2 seconds because there's nothing we assigned it to do. So for example, now if we move after my computer stops lagging, because that's really what issue is. Now if we press up arrow, you see, and 1 2, it disappears. 1 and 2 and disappears. 1 and a 2 and disappears. 1 2 disappears. 1 2 disappear. 1 2 disappear. 1 2 disappear. So yeah, that's a very cool short topic. And it's very cool that you can use the wait commands and coroutines. It's very, very, very cool. So cool. So yeah, hope you guys had a blast watching this video and learning so many new things about both, as the blast I had finding this myself without watching any tutorials. I just learned it over, and I hope that you guys will also like when you use this feature, which is very cool, and you can experiment it to make many other things, which are going to be included in this RPG game I'm making. So if you guys smash 3 likes on this video, which is an understatement, but if you smash 3 likes, I'm going to make the same tutorial in Hindi, and if that tutorial gets a like, I'm going to go, I may do another tutorial. So yeah, hope you guys enjoyed. See you guys later. Bye bye.